Welcome to Geek Girl Plans, everybody. This is Amanda, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about how I used my planner for school last semester and some changes that I'm going to try this coming semester to see how those work. So I didn't use the monthly calendar, but what I did is I took a vertical planner. I had 5 classes, and I just got a ruler and drew a line down each one of those vertical boxes to make 6 boxes here. So it's kind of like the color block layout, except for I don't think it has the weekend on it. I think that's why I couldn't use it, because I definitely need the weekend time in mine. So I just divided each class, and then the extra box that I had here at the top, since it gave me 6 boxes and I had 5 classes, were just for scheduled appointments. I work Fridays and Saturdays, 13-hour shifts, so there's not a lot of time to do anything other than just, the things you have to do that day, getting ready, getting a shower, that kind of thing. I don't really have time for homework. So what I had started out doing is writing on Sunday what I would get ready for the next week. So I've kind of adapted the way I use this a little bit throughout. This week I used that mini school book, and it's super cute. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to use it some more. I just use minimal decoration though, so I can have a lot of functional space in here. And then the cat knocked it off the desk and scratched holes in it, so there's tape on here. So I've put here just bullet points for some things that I needed to do, assignments that were due. I highlighted in these boxes or put a little sticker with them to kind of help them stand out a little bit. Again, just wrote that I worked, a little bit of decor here in the middle. And we'll see I do that really throughout, is just tracking what I need to work on and kind of highlighting things that are due throughout it so that they stand out a little bit more. These are some stickers that a friend gave me for my birthday, so I wanted to use these. This time, instead of decor, I did put some to-do items, and to remember that my friend Drew gave me the stickers. So very similarly here, mostly noting what was due. Again, I didn't use the monthly. I used the stickers from my friend Drew again. And I did make a really interesting color choice with the blue and the green, so I don't know what I was thinking there. I think I colored it in before I realized what stickers I was going to decorate with, but it's okay. It was functional for me. So a little bit more of just things on the day that they're due, and I started putting, instead of on Sunday, on Monday, what chapters and so forth I would need to read through the week. So I kind of switched it from the beginning where I had them on Sunday and I put them on Monday just so that I could look at everything for 1 week all on one page. So I've just kind of done the same thing. Over here, the squares were square stickers represented things I needed to do, whereas the round stickers were assignments that were due, of course, quiz and test. I had a midterm here, so I used a different sticker to kind of make that stand out. I do have, or did have, a behavior therapy class, and going through those lessons, one of our assignments that kind of overarched through the whole semester was actually going through the process of change, the way that you would help a client go through that. So here I'm tracking the time that I would take my medication. I sometimes don't take it on time so that it doesn't make me sleepy and I don't fall asleep, and I could stay up doing homework. So you'll notice here, Monday, I just didn't go to bed Monday. I just stayed up all night long until the next day, and then still didn't take my medicine Tuesday until 23:30, which is 11:30 p.m. So I had been awake for quite some time, and that is very unhealthy. I don't recommend that for anyone. So with my word of the year being consistency, one of the things I want to work on is taking my medication at a consistent time so my body gets the sleep that it needs. So for the first week of the experiment or the behavior change, you track what you just do normally without any intervention. So that's what this was. We'll see the next time I wanted to take it between 9 and 9:30 or 9:20, and I was successful here taking that. But anyway, so I decorated these, some midterms that I had. These are some stickers from an old, I don't remember if it's a teacher or a student book. I think it's a teacher book because I think it says something about grading papers here. And I like the color swatch, so I just kind of put this little piece of washi over the words for that. But still pretty much using it the same way. Then we get into November. And I really wish I would have written something for Halloween week here because these are such cute stickers. But I used the new seasonal sticker book that I believe is also for teachers. But a lot of the things anyone can use. And of course, a lot of things can get used if you are a student as well. There are just a couple of little things in those books that kind of pertain more towards teaching. So I tracked again. Part of the process in the behavior change is you monitor yourself without any interventions. You apply some interventions. You take the interventions away. That way you can see if it was the interventions that affected the behavior change or if it was something else that affected the behavior change, because so many things can impact your behavior. So I went back to my old ways this week. This week I went back to doing them as I was supposed to. And here I just used another book. I did use one that was kind of more for teachers here, Lessons Plan, because I was in my internship, I was a teaching scholar. So I did have a little bit of teaching materials or educational materials that I would help the professor make for the class. Again, very similar here. I did like this quote from Lily Tomlin. I like a teacher who gives you something to take home and think about besides homework. And that's a really good quote. I like that one a lot. And then we had Thanksgiving week. And then this week, did not get a whole lot of decor done, but I got some functional things in here, which is the most important. And then in December, with finals and everything, this is all that I got done. So pretty minimal those last couple of weeks, but it got me through the semester. So we see that I kind of started out with Sunday writing down what I would do for the next week, switched it over to kind of making a list on Monday so I could see it all in one view. And that's kind of what led me to make a bit of a change for this coming semester. This is the planner cover and the black metal disc that I use while I'm using the school planner that I select each semester. So I've thrown a couple of things in here. I've got this little Mickey envelope, a bookmark for when or not a bookmark, but a page marker, I guess, for, whatever week I'm on. I've thrown a couple of different half sheets in here. I put all the months for this semester in here already. And then I have, it came in a pack with, I can't remember what else. I know the page marker was in there. This envelope was in there. So I've got this to hold on to a few things. And then sometimes I go overboard on buying filler paper, but I like to have different paper for all the different things that I do in the semester, because in addition to the 5 classes I was taking, one of which was a teaching scholar position, I'm also part of one of my professor's research team, so I stay really busy. But for this semester, I'll be in graduate school, and full-time graduate school are 3 classes instead of 4 classes like undergraduate. So what I thought I would do is use this to track anything that I have that's due on a specific day, or if any appointments that I have, so that it's very specific. I can just look at the day and know due, appointment, due date, whatnot. And over here, I'm not sure exactly how I'll divide this up, but have a list for the week of each of the classes and what I need to get done for that. And as I'm still part of that research team, my research team notes as well. And that way I've got a running to-do list for all of those, because reading a chapter and taking notes or getting partway through a paper, like if I say, I want to have my outline done this week, and the paper's due next week, so I want to have X amount of work accomplished. I can list that here, whereas just the due dates for school I can put over here so I know what day something has to be turned in. And what I did in the other book, which I'm sure I'll do here as well, I'll count down to some deadlines as well. For example, you can see this week I put to start the reflection paper. I didn't mark it as something that was due. This week I marked due items with these circle stickers, but I noted that I wanted to start the reflection paper that would have been due a couple of weeks after that. For example, on this page, I wrote begin data collection, which is the notes that I have over here on the side, and start the application activity 6 that we have. So again, where I was starting something, but not its due date, I marked it separately. Due dates in this week were marked with the circle stickers, or quizzes were these fun quiz test stickers. Here I also put, so we can see this is the 16th, that I had a test over chapter 7 and 10 on the 23rd, which I usually put things week increments, so that would have been 1 week from this day. And I may have put it also the week prior to that, a test on the 23rd, knowing that it was 2 weeks from that day. So if the test had been on Wednesday, I would have written here, 1 week before the test to help remind myself. Here, the midterm opens on the 29th. So also giving myself things to look at in the future. So there's not a whole lot here really for me to go over yet. I did get registered for my classes. I don't have any information yet about the details. It's through West Texas A&M University, which their counseling program is online. Because I live in a different part of Texas, that would be like a 6-hour commute for me, so that would be too far. But I don't know exactly how the classes are set up yet, if there is a set lecture time where we will, watch the lecture live, if it will be a recorded lecture. So I'm really anxious to get in and see how some of those are going to be set up. So I don't really have a lot that I can do on my pages as of yet. Technically, my class doesn't start until the 16th. The 15th is a holiday, so we'll start on the 16th. And I'm just really excited to get started and to see how everything, I can use the planner to help me get everything all organized. But yeah, so due dates, appointments over here, running to-do lists each week over here, with again heads up for future due dates that I need to start keeping an eye on. So I hope this works really well. If not, I can change it out at any time. Happy Planner makes so many different planner layouts. I can find something that works. But I'm really thinking with the way that I utilized the planner last semester, with kind of starting the week with a list of to-dos, and then having the dates marked, the due dates marked, that this will work out really well. Thank you for sticking around while I kind of rambled on about how I'm going to use this planner for graduate school. I appreciate your time. I'll talk to you later. Bye.